guys, and welcome back to the Yoga Doc. I'm Leah Deutsch, founder of the Yoga Doc, and today we're going to be doing a 10-minute ease video that's going to be working through the wrists, the neck and the fascia of the feet. So we're not really going to need very much in the way of props. You may want a blanket under your knees if this is a particularly sensitive area, or a cushion or a block just for the seated part of the sequence today. So let's get started. So we're going to start today's practice by sitting. So come to Sukhasana, easy seated pose. So bring your right leg in front of your left leg to begin with. And then just settle in, maybe place a block or a cushion under your hips if you feel that you're sagging down in this pose a little bit. And just close your eyes. Draw the sides of the body up and elongate them. Shoulders draw down the back. And take a nice inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth. Another big inhale and sighing out through the mouth. Continue taking some nice deep breaths here and just allow the body to ease into this position. Find that centering point. Allow yourself to just let go of the day or the week that's gone. And just see if you can spend these next few moments focusing in on yourself, your breath and your practice. Taking another now deep inhale through the nose, raise the arms up above the head, sweeping the air up, draw the hands together in the center of the chest and bring them down to the midline. Take an inhale, take the right arm over to the side of the mat. Maybe just reach here, maybe allow the forearm to rest onto the mat if that feels okay to do so, but be really conscious that the left hip doesn't raise up here. Then maybe take a sweep over with that left arm, either looking straight ahead or maybe rotating the body up to look at that top arm. And then just take a nice deep breath here. And then exhaling, coming back up. Walk the left hand over to the opposite side. Reaching out, maybe displacing that hand on the mat, or maybe allowing that forearm to soften down towards the mat if that feels okay to do so. Take a sweep over of the right arm now. Deep inhale, feel that lengthening through the right rib cage. And then exhaling, coming back up. And take one more over to the right side now, and then sweeping over with that left arm. And as you inhale, see if you can rotate your chest towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen, and make sure that left hip bone is grounding down towards the mat. And then exhaling, coming back up. Another big sweep of the arms as you inhale. Exhaling, drawing the hands down behind the back. Interlace the fingers into a fist here, and then just draw them away from the back and down towards the mat. Draw them back and see if you can open up your chest a little bit more. Take another inhale. And exhale. Releasing the arms and taking that fist over towards that right hip now. So just tucking the fist in towards the waist here, and then zipping that right elbow in towards the side of the rib cage here as well, so that you're really tucking everything in nice and tightly. And then taking it over to that same side, so over to the right side now, and just feel that lovely stretch through the left side of the neck. Allow gravity to draw the head down rather than forcing it in any way, just softening through the neck, stretching and waking up these really sensitive joints. And then releasing on the exhale, really nice. Taking a big stretch out with the legs now. So bringing the legs into a little straddle position. And then bringing the hands to either the shins or the knees or the thighs, wherever they sit, and just start to take some little rolls through the upper body. So you're just rotating through the waist, through the hips, taking a little circular motion, whatever feels nice. Once again, waking up the hips, flexing through the feet here, and then rotating in the opposite direction. And then realigning yourself into the center and bringing the left leg in front of the right leg this time. So back into your Sukhasana pose. Finding yourself settled, so wiggle, wiggle, little wiggle. Find the sit bones here, sit up nice and straight. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, push the air down as you breathe out. Walking the left hand over to the side. Allowing the arm, maybe you notice that your flexibility is starting to increase as you start to move now, and that you can allow that arm to reach a little bit further down towards the mat. Exhaling, coming over to the opposite side, sweeping over. Pressing down into that hand wherever it is. And then exhaling, coming all the way back up. One more over to the opposite side and sweeping over. Allowing yourself to just breathe into that right hip a little bit. See if you can soften it down towards the mat. Inhaling, lengthen through the side ribs, feeling them expanding through that chest. And then exhaling, seeing if you can soften down a little bit further. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Taking a big inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhaling, interlace the hands behind your back once again. Take the opposite grip, the way that feels a little bit weird. And then inhale once again, lengthen the arms down towards the floor, opening through the rib cage and the chest. And then exhaling, starting to rock the body forward. So only a few inches here. You're really not coming into a big, deep forward fold here. You're just allowing the body to sink forward a little bit and seeing if you can tilt the pelvis forward. So imagining that your pelvis is like a big bowl full of water here, and as you tilt forward, that bowl is tipping forward, so the water is spilling out forward rather than tilting the pelvis backwards and the water spilling out and rounding the body forward. So you're lengthening through the chest, lengthening through the spine as you inhale, and then exhaling, softening towards the mat, drawing the arms back and out behind you. Seeing if you can lift them overhead a little bit more. And then rounding through the spine now, so allowing the neck to drop, head to drop. And then inhaling, coming all the way back up, maintaining that grip, and then drawing the fist over towards the left hip now. Zip that little elbow in towards the rib cage. And then exhaling, drawing the ear over towards that left side. So really enjoy this stretch. Allow that right shoulder to release and soften down. Allow the head to gently ease over towards the left shoulder. Nice, and then inhaling, coming all the way back up. Releasing the grip on the hands. And then coming back over to your tabletop position. So we're just going to do a little bit of wrist mobility here. So coming into tabletop, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. And we're just going to take the hands now and bring the wrists so that they're pointing forward to the mat. So fingertips point back towards your knees. And now this may feel too much on your wrists here if they're quite sensitive. So maybe just take one at a time. Otherwise, coming into both wrists, and if you want to extend this stretch here, so being really careful and gentle with your wrists, and maybe just sitting the bum back towards the heels if this feels okay. Breathing here, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Moving with your breath as you gently soften back towards the heels if that feels okay. If you're on one wrist, just swapping over and taking the other side. Breathing, connecting with that breath, slow and steady. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then exhaling, coming back. Taking a shift over to one side to release, and taking a shift over the other side, releasing the other wrist. And then we're going to come onto the backs of the hands now. So the backs of the hands placed down onto the mat. Again, one at a time if this feels too much. Otherwise, making middle fingers almost touch, so you're bringing the middle fingers so they're pointing towards each other and the fingertips are splaying out. And then seeing if you can dome into the upper back here, so pushing through the shoulder blades as if there's somebody that's got their hand between them, and you're pushing away. And stretching out through the arms, softening through the neck, and trying to release any tension in the jaw here, hugging your baby in towards your spine. If you've got one hand, swapping over and doing the other side now. Connecting with your breath. And just remembering the joints are a little bit more soft, a little laxer in pregnancy because of the hormones that we produce, so being really cautious and gentle with these joints. And then shifting to release one side, other side. Taking a fist now, pushing your fist and the knuckles into the floor and doming up through the back, so as if you're coming into your cat pose. And but doming and releasing the neck down towards the mat. And then releasing, coming back to the heels, interlacing the fingers, giving them a little wriggle one side then the other. And then we're going to come up to everybody's favourite toe crunching pose here. So we're just going to tuck the toes under. So maintain this for as long as you're able to. I'm going to come facing you. So your toes are tucked under. Legs are hip width apart, so you don't have to be together, and then you just sit back on your heels, feel those toes crunching. We're going to do lotus breath with our arms here. So if this gets too much, then do come to sit back down, but I promise you this is doing you good. So see if you can maintain this for as long as you're able to. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhaling, drawing the hands to the center of the chest. Inhaling, opening the palms like pages of a book. Exhaling, pushing away, dropping the head down. Inhaling, coming back, drawing the hands into the lotus mudra as you draw it to the chest. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands draw to the center of the chest. Inhaling, palms face away from each other and pushing the backs of the hands together as you drop the head down. Inhaling, drawing the hands together. Draw the lotus mudra to the center of the chest. One more. Inhaling. Remembering that you lose that kind of arch in the foot as you move through pregnancy. You know, get some sort of flat-footedness as the progesterone that you produce softens through the fascia. So trying to activate and use the feet is really important here. And final lotus mudra. Taking one breath here. I know it hurts, you're doing really well. Amazing. Releasing, so gently tipping forward and then just tapping the feet out just to release the toes here. So well done guys, and thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. As always, you can click on one of my other YouTube channels if you want to extend your practice. So I'd recommend one of the flow videos if you want to have a more active sequence, or one of the other ease videos if you're feeling a little bit more low in energy today. Whatever you decide to do, have a lovely day and namaste. If you've enjoyed this class and would like access to more free videos, then don't forget to go ahead and click subscribe.